Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to another project. Today I am going to be installing, sorry it's a little windy, these guys. These are the bed tie downs from, I think it's Charvania, I'm not too sure how to pronounce it. I do have their rail clamps, I'll show you the rail clamps. So the bed tie downs are going to complement what I already have. And I'll go over pros and cons between the stock factory clamps, the stock factory rails. I'll go over good and bad about the aluminum ones, these guys from Toyota, and then finally how they compare to these guys. So let me take off my rack, let me take off my toolbox with about 200 pounds of tools in that thing. Once I get all that off, we'll get on this project. All right, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, first thing is let's get into some of the design features. This is the stock OEM one from Toyota. I don't know if you can see that there. Maximum 200 pounds clamping force or something. Now these are pretty good. Let's try to put it on. Okay, so this is on and you're gonna screw it down to clamp it, right? Until you hear the ratcheting system stop. The problem is when I go to tie things down, this thing bends. Not very strong. All right, so like I said, it flexes and bends. When I try to tighten things down with this, it literally feels like I'm gonna rip this thing out. It flexes too much. Next we have the aluminum ones. Now these are a lot better. Let me loosen up the first one. Push that guy down. Now these aluminum ones are a lot better. Tighter fit. Again with the ratcheting system. These are a lot better. A little stronger. And they feel really good. Maximum clamping load is about 220 pounds again. So let me move this guy down. All right, next we have these guys. And the here's something that's pretty cool. Tells you what size you're gonna need. The Torx T10, and you're gonna torque it down if you want to 20 foot-pounds. Yeah, patent pending. Now this thing is solid billet aluminum. Unreal though. The craftsmanship behind this is just insane. The anodizing is just also insane too. I mean, you can't put into words of what you actually see here. There are a bunch of different colors. There's blue, there's aluminum finish, a couple other colors. I got the red just because it would stand out and I could easily see what I'm doing. Now I'll show you how it comes. Before I actually fabbed this up together. Now when you get your rail clamps, it's going to be separate. This aluminum piece is going to be separate and the bolts are going to be separate. I suggest that you put it together like so, and that way you can just slide it in like that. See? And then you clamp it down. Now my torque wrench is in the toolbox, so I need to get that. But I can tell you for sure, this thing is solid. It is not gonna move. I have used this clamp already, and I have tied down. I'll try to put a picture here now. Anyway, I've used this thing. I've exceeded, I wanted to see if it'll work, so I exceeded the clamping force. I had tied down 3 or 4 sets of scaffolding, the uprights, the sides, the front, the back, the planks, all that, the jack stands, everything was tied down just to this one. And it was amazing. I could fly turns left and right, stopping. I mean, nothing moved. This thing was clamped down so good. I loved it. But we are here today, sorry, for this guy. So like I said, I'm gonna remove the toolbox and then we'll get on it. Okay, so the first thing is we're gonna unscrew the factory clamp here. This is a Torx, a T40, I believe. It's kind of hard to do this upside down. All right, just like that, we remove the factory one. Now we reinstall with this guy, and it tells you to use a T10 and torque it to 20 foot-pounds. You can put Loctite on the screws, but for now I am not going to do that. Whoops, there goes a nut. It's that easy, guys. Now I'm gonna get my torque wrench, torque it down, or you can do it good and tight, you know. But anyway, let me torque this guy down, and then I'll put the stock toolbox back on. I'm pretty sure I cranked it down more than 20 foot-pounds. The load capabilities of this thing is about, I say it's more than 200. I've hooked on more than 200 pounds to the bed rails, but the bed tie downs are awesome. You can hook on this way, you can hook on this way, you can reverse it, hook it on this way. For me, I'm gonna leave it like this, and then I'm gonna slide my toolbox back on, and that way this thing will always stay hooked on and ready to go. All right guys, and just like that, it's that easy to install. I'm gonna leave the bed clamps or bed tie downs, I'm gonna leave that on permanently. Well, I'll show you what I mean exactly. So this strap stays on permanently, and let's see if we can see it back there. I don't know if you guys can see it, but anyway, there it is. And that will complement this guy. Now that is beautiful. Anyway, it's that easy to put in. The bad things, well, not really bad, but the only thing that you may want to consider is here, let me show you. So it's not that easy to move these guys versus the other type, the factory and the aftermarket one. You unscrew it, right, and then you can move it to wherever you want. Great. These guys, once you clamp it in, it is there. So what I ended up doing was deciding to leave it right in the middle and locking it down right in the middle. That way I can clamp it from any direction that I want, and that solves everything. The sheer strength of this thing is, it far surpasses anything else on the market currently. And if you even care a little about the things that you tie down or want to secure it permanently in a truck, I would highly suggest using these guys. It's worth its weight in gold. Like I said, you know, you'll pay anything just to have your load not fly out of your truck or, you know, roll over and crash or whatever. The factory ones, I would not trust those. I probably would use the factory ones to tie down some groceries. The other aluminum ones, I would probably use those to tie down something light like my surfboard. Anything else, I have always used this guy. So yeah, that's it for this project. It is hot, 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 hot. The sun is, I've only been out here for 5 minutes putting this in. I do have to give a big shout out and a big thank you to J-Zone and Jarrell. They helped me move my toolbox, which was crazy. It's a good thing J-Zone is small and skinny enough. He was able to get behind there, stick his hands underneath, and help me bolt in the toolbox back again. All right, guys, thanks for sticking around. If you've made it this far, the best is yet to come. So we know that the factory ones are probably only good for tying down groceries or this. Now, the aluminum ones are not bad. It'll probably hold maybe a surfboard or something a little heavier. The billet ones are absolutely amazing. I trust those to tie down anything, any kind of load. I have clamped this thing down with, like I said, tons of scaffolding, probably over 500 to 600 pounds worth. And I drove for about 30 miles at least at highway, freeway speeds. So they can handle, I guarantee that it handles it for me. Now, as for the quality of the work, it's amazing. Now, there's a patent pending, so there's going to be a ton of guys trying to copy this thing. It's 100% made in the US out of billet 6061 aluminum. Doesn't get any better, doesn't get any stronger than that. The anodizing on these things are unbelievable. It's so nice. I will leave a link, like I said, and you guys can check out all the other colors. The best part is yet to come. So in order for me to put the website on, and in order for me to use pictures from the website, I had to email the company and ask for permission. So, you know, great. I did that, and the owner said yes. His name is Keith. He said yes, I could use pictures, I could use his website. And upon talking with him, I asked if we could do one special thing. And here's the best part, if you stuck through this whole thing by now. If you guys go now, or sometime soon, and type in Infinite Projects as the code or something, you will get a 5% discount on whatever you buy. Well worth its weight in gold, like I said. It has saved me time and money because your load is not gonna fly off your truck. I've tied down motorcycles with these things and tons of equipment and tools. I trust these things with my life, almost literally. But anyway, yeah, check out the codes. I'll leave a link in the description. I'll also leave a link to the website. Check them out. And like I said, if you use the product code Infinite Projects, you will get 5% off. So that really helped me out with the shipping. Shipping is astronomical here where I live. So that helped me out a ton. All right, until the next project again, guys, take care, stay safe.